Hello, my name is Matt, and this speedrun comes as a request from Chad Bylan. I certainly hope I'm pronouncing that properly. And first off, there's two things that I want to say here. One, that's a cool name. I think anyone with the name Chad is living on a completely different plane of coolness purely due to meme power. And two, Chad is a subscriber. Thank you for subscribing, my dude. That makes you a Giga Chad in my eyes. Are you watching this right now? Are you subscribed to this channel? You should be, considering that I try to put out new videos every week. And if you're not, you may miss the sometimes entertaining, partially questionable information that I explore on this channel. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So, Chad here wanted me... Oh, wait. There we go. Yes. Chad here wanted me to check out Tripadvisor, which I am more than happy to do so. So, without further delay, let's go ahead and jump in. As always, if you are unfamiliar with what a stock speedrun is, you can check this video's description for an explanation and a disclaimer as to its content. I'm going to go down here into my little magic box. I'm going to type in trip, which is the symbol for Tripadvisor, and let's see what we have to explore. Because I have not taken a look at Tripadvisor in the past. I have never traded it. I have never... not aware of its finances or its business practices or how well it's doing. I see that its CFO is going to retire. I'm sure that's not due to it being a terrible business. Maybe it is, though, because these charts are not looking too great. It kind of makes sense that it would tank in 2020 because it is travel-related. Apparently still hasn't recovered out of 2021. What does... Okay, quarter two, most recent quarter, bounced back a bit. Let's see, what does the chart look like? I'm not terribly impressed. Bottomed out in July, came back. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the... Okay, sorry, I clicked max. I thought I was looking at 1 year chart. There's 1 year chart. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So bottomed out June of last year, came back in March, and then everyone's like, oh no, there's a war, so let's go ahead and sell stuff off. And Tripadvisor was one of those things being sold off, and it has come back down to the lows of last year. It is right around now. Interesting that this says overvalued still. I'm not too sure how much focus to put on that, but it is something interesting to notice. And my cat's knocking stuff over. Wonderful. I should not have done this while he has the zoomies. Fantastic. All right, let's see. I want to look at the most recent earnings report, and I want to look at the earnings report from quarter one. So there's quarter two. Earnings beat. That's good. That's good. I want to see that. And I also want to see quarter two. Ooh, what was this about? Fell 17% this week. Want to see that? I want to see quarter one loss, sees revenue rise. Carl Icahn. Did not make any corporate announcements this week. In fact, its last earnings report updated in early May had investors feeling better about its prospects. Is that this one is talking about quarter one? Why would they feel better about this considering that they still have a loss? Or maybe the loss is not as bad as it has been. Actually, let me just read about their business real quick, because I think I know what they do, but I'm not entirely sure. Operates as an online travel company, operates in two segments, hotels, media and platform, and experiences in dining. Running a website including Tripadvisor.com, United States. Yeah, this is more or less what I expected from them. I thought maybe they did other things, but no, it's purely travel and bookings, that kind of stuff. No, I don't want to read the quarter two yet. I want to read the quarter one. Revenue skyrocketed, but they still had a loss. That's interesting. Bottom line is narrower than the year ago quarter's loss of 39 cents. Good. That's good. So it seems like they're just still trying. Although I'm surprised that companies are still trying to get out of COVID slump in 2022 still. Tripadvisor was apparently one of those companies. But they seem to have found their footing again. Okay, so they had this quarter one where yes, we're still at a loss, but our revenues are doing better. We're starting to come back. This article that says fell 17%. Didn't make any corporate announcements. In fact, its last earnings update in early May had investors feeling better about its prospects. So why would it suddenly start dropping? Now what? Key question going forward is to what extent that growth rebound will give way to weaker demand ahead. Been talking for several quarters now about impending spike in travel volumes that reflects pent-up demand that accumulated. Yeah, but that's only gotten started. And honestly, you know, everyone talks about this pent-up demand. I don't think there's pent-up demand. Well, okay, so there is pent-up demand, but the idea of saying pent-up demand implies that that demand will be relatively short-lived when I don't think it will. Instead of, you know what? Let me bring in Paint to explain myself again. That's right, we're doing paint charts. So, pent-up demand implies that here's your flat line of demand, and all of a sudden people can fly and travel and whatnot again. Now you see bookings and travel increase. Now pent-up seems to imply that during this period, all the people that were going to travel are now going to travel. So you're going to see all the people for this period fit in a very small period. So you're going to see that go up. But then that implies that you're going to see this going down again, and maybe you'll like, maybe it'll look like that. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that you're gonna... Okay, I can't like erase all of this. That's as good of an erasing job that I can do. What I think you're going to see is that I think you're going to see it going up, and I think it's going to stay there. I think it's going to stay there because I don't see what all of a sudden you have these people that saying they want to travel and then they travel and what, they're never going to travel again? No, I absolutely do not believe that. That sounds ridiculous. Just listen to yourself. Jeez. So yes, there's pent-up demand, but I don't think that pent-up demand means that once that demand is served, that you will see demand slow down. I think you will see demand staying rather constant after that. But that's my own personal opinion. Maybe you have a different opinion. That's fine. But that's kind of what I think. Now, you can say, well, you know, Matt, that kind of sounds like a reason to make this company a buy. Well, I'm not there yet. I am very impressed by this quarter two, where they have apparently finally turned things around. Earnings of 37 cents per share, which is a huge increase from a loss of 9 cents. In the quarter prior, in the a year ago quarter, yeah, revenues surged again. In fact, let me go look at that chart one more time. Revenues were huge. Earnings were actually, what period was this? Second quarter of 2022. Was this from second quarter? That was ending June, yes. So this barely even covers the summertime. So I think in the next quarter, you will see good numbers also. The quarter after that, that's when you get into winter. And I think travel usually... Well, you know what? I don't know. I'm not really a travel expert. I can look at it on the face of it and say that travel is going to slump in the winter because it's cold. People don't want to go out. But maybe people want to go out and travel because it's cold. They don't want to stay where it's cold. They want to go to it's warm. I don't know. You can spin this any way you want. I am not an expert in travel trends. But whatever the trends used to be prior to 2020, I think you're going to see all of those return. And again, I feel like the demand is going to stay pretty constant because... Yes, people, let's say you're home for 2 years and you say, oh man, I've been home for 2 years, I want to travel. I kind of feel like you're travel-minded to begin with. Maybe you were traveling a lot before you were all locked down at home. So what, you're going to travel and you're never going to travel again? No, you're going to continue to travel because that's a thing you like. That's what you want to do. Why would you not do the things that you like? So I don't think that pent-up demand means there's going to be a demand spike. So I think that once this company comes back, which apparently it has started to come back, it may already be there already, it will continue to do well. That's my personal opinion on this. I'm not going to put any too much stock into CFOs leaving, top restaurant to attract brands of Wander Lab launch, blah, 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 blah. I'm not really seeing anything else here that I want to look into. Yeah, I think I'm good. Let me take a look at what else I want to look at. Let's take a look at conversations. Let's see what the people have to say. Doing okay. I've been reading a bunch of shills. Shills. Yahoo comments on the stocks. Yahoo Finance comments have become like 90% shills recently, and it's terrible. My order stands at 9 even. You mean you want to buy at 9? I don't think that's going to happen, man. I do not see it falling much further. I am going to be honest. And if you were to look at the charts, you can even say that it started to even off. Could it go lower? I don't know, maybe. Because it has, in the last 6 months, it has been lower. It's been down to... Actually, what was the date for this earnings report? August 5th. I'll bet this jump here is August 5th. August 4th, yes. So before the earnings report, it was at about 20. And then after the earnings report, giant jump in volume, increased price to 24, 26, 27. Mellowed out a bit since then, but you know, I think that this is the earnings report that proved that Tripadvisor is back, baby. I want to look at travel trends. I want to look at yearly travel trends. I don't want a specific year. I just want, like, in general. No, what's the, seasonal? Seasonal travel trends. Travel trends for fall of 2020. For the right place on the list of annual anticipations, there's something special about fall travel. Yeah, work flexibility is a big reason why people might travel more. What about winter travel trends? U.S. fall and winter travel trends for 2023. Looking in the future, bro? No, this autumn. Alright, you know what? I don't think I'm going to find the answers I'm looking for, and I want to spend this time doing something a little bit more important. The thing is, I don't know what that more important thing is, because I can't think of anything else that I want to see. How is this possible? Over 100% afloat. No, not sure. I know how short interest can have over 100%. I want to know how institutions. Well, maybe it's because they also own shares that are outside of the float. Because if it was 100% of shares over 100% of outstanding, then that wouldn't make any sense. But I suppose that over 100% of float makes sense. It's this number here that if it was over 100%, it would make sense. Also, something else I'm noticing here is that. Wait a minute. How is this possible? How can insiders and institutions together own more than 100%? That doesn't make any sense. Unless there are some institutions which are also insiders, in which case, that doesn't make any sense either, because I've never seen that before. What does the insider roster look like? No, these are all individual people. Okay, that's very unusual. So I can't explain that. Can't explain that. However, I'm impressed by how high these numbers are. You got a lot of insiders, you got a lot of institutions holding this, which tells me that there's a lot of confidence in this stock, in this company. So much confidence that apparently they're collectively holding over 100%. So they have more than you could possibly ever buy. So good luck buying this from anybody, because apparently they own all of it. I'm just kidding. They probably don't. I don't know why these numbers are like that, but you know, whatever. Blah 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 blah. That is a high PE. That is very high, I will admit. Makes me a little nervous. Usually when a PE is that high, a company is going forth on hype alone. I mean, it's not the worst I've seen, not the best either. Trying to think of what else to... I can't really think of anything else that I want to look at. I think based on everything I saw, I'd be comfortable giving this a buy. Lowering price target. Ooh, I want to see that. I ain't paying for your Yahoo Finance. Fuck out of here. Target price. Average target price of 26.22. That makes sense to me. Even the low expectation is not all that low. You're pretty much, if it would hit the lowest, it would be pretty much returning to where it was in July, which isn't that terrible. Something I would like to see, and that I am disappointed by, is the fact that it does not pay a dividend. That's kind of disappointing. But then again, how are you going to pay a dividend if you aren't making income, and they've been losing money apparently for the last 2 years because of COVID? So that kind of makes sense why there's no dividend. Did they used to? Oh, you know what? Damn it! I just thought of something I should have looked at. I should have researched if they had a dividend in the past, and maybe they rescinded it because of COVID. But if they had one in the past, I can see that being reinstated again. So I want to actually know that. My timer is up, so I am technically not allowed to know that when I make my decision here, but I can at least go back and look at it after the fact. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give Tripadvisor a buy. Apparently, internet agrees with me in a reasonable on a reasonable scale. So I don't think this has ever shown up before in the new tool configuration. So what this means is that this is the sentiment rating that the internet, social media in general, is giving this company. It ranges on a scale from minus 100, excuse me, to positive 100, with minus 100 being as far negative as you can go, and positive 100 being as far positive as you can go, and 0 being neutral pretty much. So this is 32 points into the positive that the internet is thinking about this. So my rating here seems to be more or less in line with what the internet believes this company is. I want to go back. I want to go back and look up dividends. I want to know if they had a dividend in the past. Dividend history. Last 5 years? Interesting. They had a one-time special dividend in November of 2019. But as far as I can see, they've never had any quarterly dividends, at least in the past 5 years. I want to know what that special dividend was about. Why did they have a special dividend all of a sudden, just randomly, out of seemingly nowhere? Yeah, look, here it is again, $3.50. I want to know what that's about. Tripadvisor special dividend. I can't spell. Special dividend, 2020. Here, sync after special dividend. Okay, let's see. Today announced financial results for the third quarter. Total revenue, net income decreased 7%, 28%, 12% year over year. In light of these results and ongoing trends, Tripadvisor announces a comprehensive cost structure evaluation, declares a special cash dividend of $3.50 per share, returning an estimated 490 million. I don't see why this or this would inspire this. It seems random to me. More difficult than we anticipated, but here we are taking action. We are driving non-auction revenue growth. Toss, returning more capital to shareholders. I guess it's just because they wanted to? It's a little weird. Shares, so after the company announced a joint venture with a special dividend. Wait, it dropped after? Wait, November. This is published on November 6th. The dividend didn't happen until the 20, or not the 20. I think it was the 19th. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong link. It was the 19th. Where? Damn it! Where was it? Where was that one site? That's it. That's the one. Yeah. So it was declared on the 6th. The effective date was the 19th, and the payment date was December 4th. I would have expected it to drop after it paid out the dividend, because you've suddenly extracted that value from your shares, so it would make sense for the shares to drop roughly that amount. I've seen that happen before. But why would it drop just on the announcement, unless people thought that this was something that they actually shouldn't be doing, and that they should instead hold on to that money to weather potential upcoming storms? Which, given the fact that it happened in November of 2019, they probably ended up regretting fairly quickly. Yeah, I can't see any reason aside from they just felt like it. Which, is fine. Maybe they'll feel like it again. It'll be a nice surprise. But I would not count on it for a while. Because I think that right now they're just focused on getting back on their feet again, and not so much focused, unfortunately, on returning value to shareholders. So I wouldn't place any bets on this happening again anytime soon. Anyway, so that's some interesting information about dividend history. I gave this a buy. Internet appears to agree with me to some extent. So yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.